All right. All right. I think we are live. We're getting to the near the end of the game. That's kind of a big deal. That's kind of a big deal. Halo 4 will be done, and once Halo 4 is done, we will continue on with Reach. I will stream until we win. I will stream until we end. I have tomorrow off. A wonderful weekend, my friends. A wonderful weekend awaits me. Awaits me. I'm excited. Hello by the Rook. Hello, hello, hello. It's lovely to see you in chat. How was your day? How was yours? Because mine was a doozy. And I will share with you how it was a doozy. But I want to ask about yours first. If that's okay. I think Inthafin will be joining us tonight. Yes, Inthafin is here on cue. Hello, Inthafin. I think we will see Aki as well. I'm not expecting a ton of people tonight. It's a little bit of a late stream. Monday tomorrow. People have normal jobs. People have normal things. I was actually thinking a lot about how to obtain growth. Because I want this, right? Like, I want this to be a thing that I do. And as much as I love streaming to 6 of my close friends and mutual allies, I want to hit a lot of people. I want to touch millions of hearts. You know what I mean? So I was thinking that I need to maybe get into editing. I need to get into editing, and I'm not excited for it. I'm actually heartbroken to think about the idea of like editing. You've been good, Rook. Good. Did you eat today? You didn't eat yesterday. I'm hoping you ate today. If you didn't eat today, I'm gonna be mad at you. Hi, Aki. I'm a little quiet. What if I move my mic? What if I move my microphone? Or if I scoot closer to my desk? Am I a little bit louder now, or what do you think? Yes, ate plenty. Good to hear. I ate too. I had a sandwich. And goldfish because I eat like a 4-year-old. It was lovely. Actually, yeah. So I wanted to say work today was a whole thing. It was a whole thing, right? Because yeah, you know what? I'm going to get into the game and talk while we're in the game. I actually wrote down kind of a script and framework for stuff I wanted to talk about because I just had so much time to think about things. But I was thinking about like maybe getting some clips out so that we could lovingly create a bigger community for us.
Let's hope.
Sorry, I need to go to my stream manager. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that sucky? Isn't that wacky? Isn't that awesome? Not alerts. Yes, here we are. Hello, everyone. Now I can see chat. Now we can play the video game.
On that pelican.
Good to see you, Master Chief.
Look at these guys. You start with the saw? I would love a 15-minute highlight video. Yeah, that might be interesting. I hadn't even considered that. A highlight video. Huh. I would have to probably make another channel for that. Unfortunately. Oh, they put railguns on here? Oh, man. They're giving me all the greatest hits. They're giving me all the greatest hits. Railgun. Saw. Oh, man. They're spoiling me.
Initiating pre-flight diagnostics.
Yeah, a 15-minute highlight video might not be a bad idea. It's not. I hadn't even considered that.
Main thrusters, check. Auxiliary boosters, check. All right.
Just take the best bits of your streams and compile them. You say that like it's easy. Once more into the breach. That's a reference. That's a literary reference we might all know. I don't actually know what poet is being referenced there.
Didact dead ahead.
How do we get inside those shields?
Marking 2 of the larger facilities on your HUD. They're acting as
Okay.
traffic control for resources
Very good.
moving to and from the satellite.
Yeah, but I need to make some clips, and I might need to get a software that can do it for me. Yeah, I've been thinking about it, about what that would look like and what that would be. The hardest part for you, but choosing what gets cut out. Yeah, is that a compliment? Because I have so many good bits. I know you would like to keep everything, or it's because I'm an obsessive hoarder of bits. Yeah, that's more than fair. That's more than fair. Well, I think it's also my style. My style of speaking, my style of humor, my style of comedy is that I make, like, I talk a lot. Yeah. Aw. It's a Spartan laser. I thought it was a railgun. But look at it go. Like, my tangents and stuff like that are long. While at work today, it was kind of, a little bit hectic. A lot of people called in. It was a very call-in kind of day. A lot of people didn't show up, and that's fine. I don't mind it when people call in. The problem is I left a lot of our teams with, like, one person, rather than, like, the 2 or 3 that were scheduled. And a lot of us started leaving early as well. There was a lot of leaving early, which is like, okay, again, it doesn't really break my heart if someone goes home early. But in conjunction with a lot of call-ins, it just left us kind of unprepared for a lot of stuff that was happening. And there was one of our leads was she was very upset. She was kind of throwing a fit because she was like, I was at work 90 hours this week. 90 hours this week. Which, yeah, that's an insane amount of time to be at work. But I have to ask, did you see that on the schedule? Were you scheduled 90 hours? Because if you saw it on the schedule, our schedule's automated, man. If you saw it on the schedule, you should have...
They could overload the attenuators remotely.
They like, you could have complained to someone and they could have fixed it for you.
The attenuators are housed in Faraday enclosures. I bet there's a release around here somewhere.
Okay, Faraday is a name I recognize, but I couldn't tell you what they do. Something with electricity, I'm sure. So one of my team members had to go cover her section so that she could go home on time instead of being there for 90 hours. Fine, fair, fancy free. I don't mind that, but that means that suddenly my team, which was supposed to be 3 people, was 1. It was me. I'm okay with that, but then I hear that one of the guys in a separate team is also going home early. So I have to go cover that guy. That's fine. Okay. At this point, I had started to collect a little bit of a migraine. Which is, like, I carry Excedrin for that reason. Like, I know I get migraines. I'm prepared for migraines. The problem is that, like, you know, my workspace can get kind of loud. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of, like, stuff moving. There's machinery. There's people putting things down and picking them up. So I started with caffeine, because usually a caffeine can help hold off that migraine feeling. It didn't really work out, so I'm like, okay, I need to take some Excedrin. I took some Excedrin. Didn't exactly do the thing I needed it to do. I was still, like, walking around with my eyes closed because it was too bright. Not exactly good at my workplace. So it was like, okay, I'm gonna go and say, like, I probably need to clock out early as well. But I was covering another guy. I was covering a different guy in a different place. He was taking his, you know, union mandated break. So, like, fine. Yeah, I'll cover your break, dude. The problem is that, like, our breaks are a certain amount of time. You can only be on break for a little bit of time. And I was covering his section for far after he said he would return, right? And I was like, okay, where's this guy? So I walk up to one of the guys who's supposed to run that section. I was like, hey, this guy, I'm covering his break, but he hasn't been back yet. And he's like, yeah, I saw him in the break room, but he hasn't been here yet. So I go, okay, what? Where is he? And he opens up, you know, his little handy dandy scheduler thing, and the guy that I'm covering clocked out like 15 minutes ago. He didn't tell me that his break was going to be used as a segue into his clock out. He forgot to leave out that detail. Just handed me his keys and left. Like, awesome. Awesome. So I was actually, like, I had been covering him for like 30 minutes.
Okay,
I didn't realize
the
he had
structure
meant for me to cover him for the
contains
rest of the night.
Sever those connections.
So that completely ruined any opportunity I had of going home early to nurse this migraine. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at him per se. Like, that's fair. A lot of people do that. They use their break to go into their clock out time. That's fine. That's fair. I don't care about that. What I care about is he didn't tell me, man. He was like, hey, I'm gonna be leaving. Okay, fine. Awesome. I'm already covering like 3 other guys. Totally get it. I want to leave early. That's cool. Go ahead. But then, like, doing that. Oh, do I need to do something else? I'm kind of just like thinking about this. But at least like being in that section, covering this guy's break and then doing all this stuff, let me really kind of just zoom in on some tangents. I ended up going to... there's something to destroy. Thank you for the red beacon, because I was utterly lost. I didn't know what I was doing. It allowed me to go and pick something up. It was my mother's birthday pretty recently, and by pretty recently I mean like a month ago. And I had taken her out to eat, but I hadn't necessarily gotten like an actual physical present. She's super into like Christmas stuff. Super into Christmas stuff. So I went to go get something there that she would enjoy, that she would like. And there was just a nice thing that I knew that she would enjoy to have. Whoa. But it got me thinking about like Christmas movies, Christmas ideas. Because, you know, stores are already putting stuff out for Christmas and it's not even Halloween yet. And I was thinking about specifically like the first Christmas I had as an adult, where I spent it like completely alone. You know, I was in this house that I was renting at the time, and it was just me in this house. All my friends, you know, like this was the first time where it wasn't so much that I was home from like a Christmas break. It was the first time that I was home. Die. We're running low on ammunition because I'm being stubborn again. Everybody was either home or they were celebrating with their family, and my family was across state lines, so it was just me in this house.
One more target left. And
I was like, you know, it's been actual like years since I've had a time that's been like, this feels like Christmas. This feels like Christmas. You know, that kind of like childlike Christmas feeling that you had. So I was like, I'm going to try to recreate it as best I can in this dark and dreary, completely alone home. Home Alone! Christmas reference. But while I was in, but the thing was is that I had not set myself up for victory. I had actually set myself up for failure quite well. Because while I was in this house... Oh, cheap followers on stream, boo! Guys, the bot is back! I had missed the bot for a couple days. Hi, bot. Thanks for coming into chat. I hope you liked the story. But... while I was I had set myself up for failure because I hadn't gotten anything like super Christmassy. I didn't have Christmas lights. I didn't have Christmas decorations. I had a single tree, and the tree was actually sent to me in the mail by my mom, who had gotten like this little foot-tall tree that kind of looked like the one from Charlie Brown's Christmas. Where it was like, you know, tiny and laden with ornaments that made it dip. It was a very cute tree, and I had it set up on the mantle. She had also sent like a Christmas care package that was a bunch of presents, but it was super random items because she had subscribed to this. Oh, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I'm being so stubborn about my guns, and I'm completely out of ammo. What do you think, guys? Do I fight these guys with no ammo whatsoever? I think we fight these guys without any ammo. I think we're gonna have to do this with invention and brilliance and strategic clarity. So I had no Christmas decorations, and I just had a bunch of random disparate gifts because she had subscribed to this thing that was like called Daily Box or whatever, and it was, you know, like Amazon resellers who were no, he has a disintegration cannon.
Not picking up anything.
So it was just like Amazon resellers who collected a bunch of random objects that had been, you know, okay, I gotta think of this. I gotta think of this carefully. You know what I can do? I can run past him. I can ignore him. So inside this box, I think was like, one item was a, oh man, I'm trying to remember what was inside this box. I think one of the funniest ones was like a chef's knife. It was a chef's knife that had, oh, I gotta go in through the front. I don't go in through the back. I wish I went through the back. It was like a $40 chef's knife, and this was kind of like the crux of the daily box, is that sometimes you got stuff, like you were subscribed for a certain amount a month, and sometimes you got stuff that was actually pretty good. So this $40 chef's knife, problem is, I don't cook. I don't cut meats or anything like that. So this chef's knife was a completely random gift that I had no real purpose for. Another one was like a stream soundboard, which didn't help me much in 2023, but now I'm kind of like, dang. That would be nice to have. And another one was a, ooh, it's like Needlers. It's like the vampire from Halo Wars. And another one was a, like, one of those air puff cleaner things. You know the ones. Which, looking at my keyboard now, would probably be a good thing to go find. But, so it's like, it's a pretty disparate and bizarre collection of items for this wonderful Christmas. I'm like, okay, so what do I do to make this feel like Christmas? The nature of the world had done a great job already. Nature had done a wonderful thing for me because it had, okay, I need to go down. Wait for me to go down, guys, very carefully. Oh, that wasn't careful at all. You think I'm gonna run out of ammo again? Probably. But I was thinking about, like, the nature had done it well for me because it had snowed beautifully. It was a beautiful snow. Nature had done an amazing job. I think, like, the state would get, I was living in a different state at the time, and the state would get snow every now and then, but this was a full-on blizzard. It was like a foot of snow. So I was like, what is going on with the music? It sounds like an ice cream truck.
To take a page out of our old playbook, I'm going to tune your shields to emit an EMP.
Oh no, not the Halo 1. That's bad.
All you need to do to trigger it is to make physical contact with the carrier wave generator.
So I had a bunch of snow, but that means that I couldn't go to the store to buy anything, really. I was kind of snowed in, you know? I couldn't really go buy stuff. So we just had this single tree. I was like, okay, how do we make this? How do we make this as Christmas as possible? So I have, you know, me, I'm a cocoon of blankets. I love my blankies. So I gathered a bunch of blankets, put them on the couch. I put the tree, lit it up as best as I could with whatever stuff it already had on it. Have we seen the binary rifle yet? I feel like we haven't seen the binary rifle.
The controls are up there.
The controls are up there.
Where?
Right, sorry. Waypoint.
Dang. And then I was like, I'm just gonna watch a bunch of Christmas movies. I'm gonna watch a ton of nostalgic Christmas movies. Ow, jerk. And that's how we're gonna make it feel like Christmas. So I started going through a bunch of random Christmas movies, right? What do you guys think is your favorite Christmas movie? I'm actually really interested. I know it hasn't even been Halloween yet, and I'm talking about Christmas, but I want to know what your favorite Christmas movie is. Because I just went through a bunch of random, like, nostalgic ones. Like Home Alone,
You're going to have to wrestle for it. The
Okay.
controls are up there.
Dang it. Give me a second.
Right, sorry.
I'm trying to shoot bad guys, and it's hard to think when I... Klaus is a really good one, and I probably should have watched it. I don't think I did. Klaus is a really good Christmas movie, and it's really well animated, too. Beautiful. And it's Norm Macdonald! Everybody loves Norm Macdonald. He's great in that film. But I also watched Elf. Elf is special to me because I did Elf the musical. I had a lot of fun doing Elf the musical. I played Walter Hobbs, who is Buddy the Elf's dad. That was a very fun role. So, and then I actually topped it off. I ended it with Polar Express. And Polar Express is an interesting film, I think, because it's not bad by any means. It's certainly a competent film. It just doesn't like commit to any of its own beats or anything like that. It doesn't, I think it doesn't know what it wants to be, right? Because it like kind of plays around with being like this kind of serious story about Christmas, but also like wants to be a musical, maybe, kind of. But it doesn't really commit fully to being a musical. There's just certain musical numbers that are diegetic, like they're part of the universe. But they don't acknowledge that or really do anything with it. Because some of the musical things could be excused as being just performances, kind of like in a showboat kind of way, rather than in like a Oklahoma kind of way. It doesn't know what it wants to be, basically, is what I'm trying to hammer. But what got me about it is that it's directed by Robert Zemeckis. Oh, interesting. That's not a name you probably know. Who the heck is Robert Zemeckis? Can anybody in chat tell me who Robert Zemeckis is? And no looking it up. If you know who Robert Zemeckis is, you get a gold star and crowned king of chat. If you don't, then you get nothing. So I'm going to wait for you guys to tell me who you think Robert Zemeckis is. No, I can't. So you're not king of chat. I'm sorry. Inthafin's not the Inthafin gets nothing. I'm waiting. I want to see if everybody can give me a guess on who Robert Zemeckis is, because once I reveal it, you guys are going to be like, what? And I'm so excited for that. Okay, none of you are making guesses, so I'm gonna tell you who Robert Zemeckis is. So Robert Zemeckis is a director, obviously, right? But the reason why his name is important and or interesting is because he's directed quite a few really big films, and they're disparate films too. He's got range. He's got a lot of different creations that are surprising, I think. Robert Zemeckis, probably one of his first and most important films, is Back to the Future.
We're in business. Back to the go.
That's right, Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3 was directed by the same guy who directed Polar Express. That's interesting. That's quite different, I think. That's an interesting collection of films. Well, it gets weirder from there, because Robert Zemeckis is also the director for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's right. Who Framed Roger Rabbit was directed by the same guy who did Polar Express and Back to the Future. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is like one of the most important films for animation history. It's really, 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 really impressive what he did with that film. Okay, so he's got some good stuff under his belt. What else has he done? He has also created Forrest Gump. Yeah, Forrest Gump. He was the director of Forrest Gump. He was also the director of Castaway. You know, the Wilson Ball reference I made in the other stream? Same guy. Same guy as Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Back to the Future. So, like, wow, that's a really, really, really good repertoire. And why does nobody know this guy's name? These are classic films. These are culturally important films. These are relevant films who are still referenced, and they show a certain degree of artistry and capability and certainly like directive vision. So why don't people talk about them? Well, in the 2000s, Robert Zemeckis became obsessed with a certain... Is Tom Hanks as Johnny Depp? Yeah, he works constantly with Tom Hanks. He loves working with Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is in a ton of his films. And it makes sense. Tom Hanks is an amazing actor. And I think they became especially close on the set of Forrest Gump. I think I lost my DMR, but that's okay. So, what did he become obsessed with? Specifically 3D motion capture technology. He really thought this was like the future of filmmaking. He really thought he had something here. You know what I mean? So he makes Polar Express as his first go of 3D capture technology. And I think Polar Express would have been a better film without 3D capture technology. I think Polar Express would have had a way better, like way more lasting film setting if it was completely 3D or completely live action instead of being 3D or a 3D motion capture. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but that's just my opinion on what's happening with that movie. I'm gonna switch over to the light rifle. I'm sorry if I'm like pussyfooting and running around. I'm thinking in real time, so you're just not hearing that thought process. So then he goes on, right? Like he goes on to from the mild success of, okay, bye crawler. The mild success of that film. And you're like, okay, so like what does he do next? He does Monster House. Oh, Monster House, written by Dan Harmon, directed by Robert Zemeckis. Good like horror comedy film centered towards children. It's got, you know, the 3D animation isn't that bad in it. It's a little bit uncanny at points, but it seems like he learned something from his creative work on Polar Express, because, you know, the major complaint about Polar Express is that the humans, like the actors being mapped onto 3D bodies was super uncanny. It didn't look good. So he's like, okay, so we're gonna give it a faux claymation style, and it looks good, dare I say it. I'm gonna be one of the 5 people on the planet who goes, Monster House looks actually pretty good. Not great, but serviceable. And so you're like, okay, that's pretty good. What does he do right after that? Beowulf. I don't know if you guys know Beowulf. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Beowulf, but it's bad. It's not good. You should love Monster House. Monster House is awesome. But he does Beowulf, and Beowulf is not good. It's bad, and it's ugly, and it's also 3D animated, and it's super like bizarre, and there's like a naked Angelina Jolie at some point, and it's not good. It's not good. It's weird. Nobody likes it. Critical flop, commercial failure. Beowulf is bad. Okay, so do you think that he's finally done with this? Do you think that he's gonna move on from 3D capture technology? Watched Monster House about a month ago and still looks good, but it does have a slight age to it. It's a good movie! Did you know that Dan Harmon wrote it? I bet you didn't know that Dan Harmon wrote it. Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. It holds up. It's fun. It's a fun children's horror movie. Dan Harmon actually really doesn't like Monster House because he envisioned it as being way darker than what they had done with it. Because, you know, this was like prime Dan Harmon alcoholism era. He was kind of cynical and bitter and mean at this point. So he didn't like how lighthearted Robert Zemeckis and others had ended up making it. Especially the executive meddling. He hated that. So, interesting fact about it. But no, so what he makes next, what Robert Zemeckis decides he's going to put his creative insights towards next, is A Christmas Carol. Does everybody remember A Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey? I think it was Jim Carrey as Charles Dickens. And to his credit, he learns that people don't like the super hyper realistic human beings, and Jim Carrey as an actor is super animated and great for like making cartoonish movements in real time, as shown by Ace Ventura and The Grinch, and more serious roles like The Truman Show. He's got presence. He could play a good Dickensian villain. Yeah, Jim Carrey was Scrooge. But no, nobody liked that movie either. It was also in the throes of the 3D era. He made a 3D motion capture film that relied on 3D technology. Not good. Not good. So yeah, this is what killed like just his entire decade-long obsession with 3D motion capture technology. I think he might have helped with Mars Needs Moms, but do not quote me on that. Do not quote me on whether or not he helped with Mars Needs Moms. But that was like what I'm pretty sure he did. And that movie was like supposed to be, you know, entirely a thing about 3D motion capture technology. And as we know, it didn't work out. Nobody liked it. 3D motion capture technology was dead after Mars Needs Moms. Completely abandoned. No one liked it. So yeah, Robert Zemeckis. What has he done recently? What has he done recently, you may ask? Yeah, he did the Pinocchio live-action remake. That's what he's done recently. He did the Pinocchio live-action remake. So, unfortunately, the guy who did Back to the Future, Forrest Gump, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, is also the guy who did the Pinocchio live-action remake. And you know what's even funnier about the Pinocchio live-action remake? He was made fun of, like, by name, by Disney's previous property that year. The Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers reboot, hey, Binary Rifle, made fun of him by name. And then he goes on, I was going to pick up the Binary Rifle. And then he goes on to animate their... Oh, this is bad. This is a really bad checkpoint, actually.
No, Didact?
I don't know. I was thinking about his... But I want to go back to Polar Express. I took a really long aside to talk about, like, Robert Zemeckis. His decline as a director is really fascinating. Because it's like, I'm pretty sure he could still do creative things. I'm pretty sure he could still make art and stuff. I just think that he keeps getting bad projects and also got really sidetracked by the idea of 3D motion capture technology. He really thought that was going to be the future of filmmaking. It's not like George Lucas, who also had a visionary idea where he's like, all movies in the future will be made with blue screen and green screen. It was like, all movies in the future will be made with 3D motion capture technology. And it was like, no. No. George Lucas is a visionary. Robert Zemeckis was blinded. I wanted to talk about, like, the world he had created for Polar Express. Because Polar Express has some... It's kind of a messy film. It's kind of a messy film, as I've stated and talked about before. Okay, stop. Where'd you go? Where is it? Okay. It's kind of a messy film. And one of the big messy parts about it to me is that its themes are, you know, they're trying to be heartwarming and about, like, Christmas, but it's kind of caught between, like, is Christmas commercial or not? Is it about presents or not? Like, what is it about? What is it about? Essentially, the film is, like, if I had to boil down the film into, like, this is what Polar Express is trying to say to its audience, I would say that it's going belief, joy, whimsy, enjoyment of Christmas as a concept do not belong to only children. Like, it is not more adult of you to not believe in joy. It is not more adult of you to, you know, make fun of children for believing in things that maybe offer nothing but joy. That's basically the idea behind the... I actually have it written down over here. Yeah, innocence, joy, wonder, and belief. That is what Polar Express is about. Innocence, joy, wonder, and belief. And what that means.
Cortana, are you hearing him?
But...
No! Die down!
Oh, dang. This kind of sucks. It sucks because I kill so many enemies and then get set back while getting one shot by the guy with the binary rifle. Especially because I'm trying to read at the same time.
No! Didact?
Christmas, at its core, should not be denied to the poor. That's what I had also had written. That Christmas isn't only for people who can afford it, right? Because they have that kid, Billy, who is like, oh, whoa, what the frick was that, man? That was terrifying. Thanks for the binary rifle, though. I'm going to play with the binary rifle for a little bit and kill things that probably should not get killed by a binary rifle. This is a cool weapon. It sucks that it only appears, like, so rarely in the campaign. But I was really caught up on one specific things, and you guys are probably going to think this is insane. Like, what on earth are you talking about? The elves. Specifically the elves in the North Pole. I was thinking about the elves. Why are you thinking about the elves? Because every elf we see for most of the film are men. There are no mention of female elves. There are no visages of female elves. As far as we know, the elves are an entirely monogender race. And I was thinking about that. I was like, oh, that's interesting. They have no female elves. I wonder if that's like an actual design decision, or if they just didn't think about it, or if they were actually implying that elves are a monogender race and they reproduce through magic or whimsy or belief. You know, like, I was wondering what they were doing with the elves. I was then completely blindsided. Okay, that watcher was trying so hard to get away from me that it got stuck in the freaking floor. I was then completely blindsided by, you know, the end dance sequence party moment that all animated movies have to have. All the elves come out together to dance for another successful Christmas. Nice. Awesome. All the elves celebrate Christmas. And they have a big dance party. But it's super like 1950s style rockabilly type dancing. They're doing, you know, stuff that you wouldn't be out of place out of a Grease production. Okay, couples dancing. Interesting, sure. This is the only time in the film we see female elves. And it made me realize something. Because if they're not going to show female elves at all for the entire film, except for the ending dance party sequence, what it implies to me, what it's supposed to imply to the audience, this is 2004, mind you, is that this is kind of a big giant, I just fell into a hole, I just fell into a hole, I just fell into a hole. What this is supposed to signify to the audience is that this is a big cultural no homo moment, right? What this is saying to the audience is, don't worry, they don't do couples dancing with dudes. They do couples dancing with women, right? But it implies a lot about, like, oh, weird visual glitch. Okay, strange. What it says about North Pole society, right? Because we're gonna take this apart. We're gonna think about this as if this was intentional, right? What it says about North Pole society, right, is that elves are not a monogender race, which, you know, implies that female elves exist for a purpose, and we can assume that that purpose is within the realm of the why, like, females of other species exist, for the purpose of reproduction, which means that elves who have, like, a complex society based around magic, joy, toys, and working for Santa Claus, who is a magical being, also have, like, traditional gender roles baked into their society. Women do not make toys. Women do not hold positions of power. Women are not allowed to witness Santa Claus. They can only come out after he leaves. Why is that? What is their, like, religious structure that they are not allowed to leave the home and also take part in the ceremony, the ritual where Santa Claus leaves to go, you know, deliver toys to all the good boys and children of the world? Well, yeah, Santa's North Pole is a patriarchy. Exactly, Inthapin. What? Why would you do that? Why would you imply that? Why is that the case? Right? Like, why? Mrs. Claus? Is she okay? Is she little more than, like, a figurehead? What does Mrs. Claus do? What do the female elves do? They don't hold jobs. They don't do anything like that. They aren't even allowed to take part in the finishing ritual of Christmas. They can only do the synchronized couples dancing. What a world you've built, Robert Zemeckis. What a thing you've created. But the thing about this, what makes this funnier, right, is that this is all built from, like, I should have kept the light rifle to deal with the Watchers. This is all built because of a single no homo moment. They were so afraid to show, like, male elves engaging in couples dancing with other male elves that they accidentally created a patriarchal dystopia around their Christmas wonderland. You know what I mean? And it's like, nobody's gonna think about it that way. Nobody's gonna think about it that way. You're thinking about it too deep. I'm thinking about it that way. And if one person could make that connection, that there are others who can as well. You know what I mean? Now that I've pointed it out, next time you watch Polar Express, you're gonna be like, oh dang. Oh dang. You know what I mean? You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. You're gonna watch it and go, oh my gosh. Okay, this is kind of suck. This is kind of suck. Oh my gosh. That's a very silly thing to think about Polar Express. Yes, but also I think the optics matters, right? Especially because they're obviously trying to do, like, some Hollywood inclusion here, right? They have, you know, the black girl work as the voice of reason and the leader of the group. She's the heart of the group, and she goes on to, you know, do great things, right? That's intentional. That's intentional framing. That's, like, it might be cynical to call it out, but that's intentional. So obviously they care about optics. They care about inclusion. They care about what they're saying. So you can criticize them when they falter. They care about the poor kid being able to take part in Christmas, which is a heavily commercialized and capitalist holiday in the United States. They care about a poor kid being able to take part. They care about optics. So how did this slip? It's the same as the TSA in Cars 2 implies 9/11 and happened. Yeah, actually a lot of things implies that something happened in the Cars universe. The Pope is in a Pope mobile. Jesus Chrysler was crucified for your sins by the Romans, who might have been chariots. We don't know. We don't know. That car, don't get me started on Cars world building, man. Cars world building gives me an aneurysm. You can tell they didn't give one lick about what was happening in Cars world building. And you know what that does? It gives me an aneurysm. I think I've already stated that, but that's because my brain is currently leaking thinking about it. Okay? Yeah, Cars and world building don't deserve to be in the same sentence. And you know what's worse about Cars is that they're not even conscientious about it in the way that Polar Express at least tries to be. You know what I mean? Cars lives in a caste system. They live in an actual caste system where how you're manufactured, how you're made, how you're born determines your longevity and your place in society. It determines who you are and where you belong and what you are. It is accidental, like scientific racism. That's insane. That's kind of crazy. They just put that in Cars, man. What do you mean it's accidental scientific racism? I think you're being kind of crazy. No! No! it's accidental scientific racism. What are they doing in the Ting Tang video game? In Ting Tang movie? Why did they do that? Children watch that movie. Children internalize things from that movie. What are you doing, guys? Pixar? Pixar? Usually you're so good at stuff like that. Like, compare Incredibles and its world building to Cars. Just think about that. Let it wash over you for a second. Think about that. Actually, talking about Incredibles, I was thinking about Brad Bird today. And I love the way Brad Bird, as a director, comes up with these beautiful animated movies that have, like, something worth saying in a way that's really, really poignant, right? Like Iron Giant, the animation for Iron Giant, absolutely gorgeous film. Do you know how Brad Bird pitched Iron Giant? I think someone very near to him had been recently taken away from him by gun violence. And by very near to him, I think it was his sister had been taken away from him by gun violence. And he turned that to creative outlets, right? And what he had pitched this movie as is, what if a gun could choose to not be a gun, right? And that's such a good pitch, because inevitably when gun violence happens, one of the most common retorts that people bring up is it's not guns, it's people. Guns don't kill people, people kill people. And Brad Bird took that point and went, what if the gun could choose not to? Even if the people choose to kill someone, could the gun say no? And that's what this movie is about. That's, like, really good. That's really good. You know what I mean? That's really good. But also, it just goes to show that, like, speaking of Christmas movies, oh man, I'm missing all my railgun shots. Okay, I gotta be careful. Speaking of Christmas movies, the studio that animated, you know, Iron Giant, beautiful film, lovely film. Everybody should like and watch Iron Giant. The same studio also animated 8 Crazy Nights. And I don't know if anybody has seen or heard of 8 Crazy Nights. It's an Adam Sandler movie animated in the same style as Iron Giant that is, like, an Adam Sandler movie animated in the same style as Iron Giant. And yeah. I don't know. Everybody should watch it, but in the way that you watch like a train wreck. It's also a musical. This one tries to be in like an explicit musical though, because like Adam Sandler really likes musical comedy. That's why he's in The Wedding Singer, and he's pretty good in The Wedding Singer. You can see their style in both movies. So yeah, you know what sucks? They went out of business after 8 Crazy Nights. Adam Sandler killed that studio. That's why they didn't stick around. Wonderfully talented animators. And their work is Iron Giant and 8 Crazy Nights. It's like how in Sonic, you know, everybody freaked out about the way Sonic looked. And for good reason. And... oh! I blew myself. That makes me sad. It makes me sad. No good deed goes unpunished. You know what I mean? I blew myself up. I gotta kill this guy on the turret, but I'm just putting fire down lane and not doing anything about it. It's like when everybody freaked out about the way Sonic looked in the Sonic movie. I had even read an article or story that one of the Sega generals, I'm the general of the Sega army. No, one of the Sega presidents looked at Sonic and how the executives were like super excited to do that, and he went, please do not do this. And the filmmakers went ahead anyways. So when the like public response was so horrible and they immediately went back and like reanimated the... I'm so sad. I'm so sad. They reanimated the film, right? I was talking about the, oh, yes, because it ties into the studio closing. All those animators who spent all that time reanimating the film with a new model and a new character and a new shape and a new, you know, all that stuff, they got fired. Their studio was closed down after the work was done. The industry is very cruel to creatives. But it's interesting. I remember actually the story about the Sega Well, that was an interesting glitch. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was terrifying. Good lord. Please die. Okay, fine. Fine. Rare. Very famous video game company. I don't know if they're still around. Banjo and Kazooie creators. I think they're still around. I don't know. Rare might have been put into the Call of Duty mines. That might be where they are. Where good studios go to die. Rare is still around. Running Sea of Thieves now. They're doing a different mine. They, you know, created the Donkey Kong 64. Quite a feat. People love Donkey Kong 64. It's a collectathon of all time. I never played a lot of those 64 games. A lot of those, like Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong 64. I was never a big, like, collectathon person. But Rare was showing off one of their mechanics that they were super excited for, you know? And one of the things that was going to... Oh, you're joking. I hope I have a good freaking... because the one-shot kill... Okay, yeah, I have a pretty decent checkpoint. They were showing off how each of the characters were going to be different, right? And one of the ways that one of the characters was going to be different was Donkey Kong himself was going to have a gun. He was going to have a coconut gun, right? It fires in spurts. So... while they were showing off the coconut gun to Sakurai, you know, that like Sakurai was having fun. There was a little bit of a language barrier, but he was really enjoying Donkey Kong 64, and they were feeling like they knocked it out of the park. However, while they were showing him, Donkey Kong pulls out like a realistic double-barreled shotgun, and the energy in the room falls to pieces. They realize immediately they have done something wrong. Sakurai's smile fades, and he looks just very not pleased with what they had done here, right? So they're like, oh my gosh, everything's gonna get canned. We're gonna lose everything because we gave Donkey Kong a gun, right? Oh god. I don't want to die here. Where are you? Oh, is he dead? So Sakurai immediately goes to his, like, he takes out a sticky note and he starts doodling. He starts drawing, and they're like, oh my god. he's drawing us getting the guillotine. We're all axed, you know what I mean? But then he turns it around with that signature huge smile of his, and the double-barreled shotgun has turned into a fun, quirky, single-barreled coconut launcher. And the director of Rare takes it and goes, oh, okay, we'll do it this way, right? And Sakurai just gives them a big thumbs up. I like that story a lot. I think one of the most interesting things is that people who work with and for Sakurai talks about how jovial and fun he is to be around until he just turns it off. Until now, he's the most terrifying man you've ever met. You know who else is based off of Sakurai? Happy Mask Salesman from Majora's Mask is based off of Sakurai. I think that says everything you need to know about the man. I can't wait to play Majora's Mask on this, in this setting. I think that's going to be very fun. Since I went on a giant Polar Express rant, maybe playing one of the Polar Express tie-in movie games would be really fun. I don't know. There's like a lot of really dumb random games that I want to play on here with you guys. I think like having a month that is PlayStation 2 platformer month might be really fun. Because like, I'm not gonna, like, you shouldn't be a variety streamer starting out. You know what I mean? Even Germa started out in Team Fortress 2. Unfortunately, I am not skilled enough in any one area to become, like, a dedicated, like, this is what I do streamer. So I've been thinking about that. It all ties back to growth. It all ties back to what am I going to do to make this my reality, right? Because that's what I want to do. Unfortunately, I have to make my personality marketable. That's why people come. They come for edutainment. You guys like Sea of Thieves, don't you? That's just not my style of game. I've never been a big fan of, like, kind of that open world structure sandbox game where you do whatever you want. Woo! Don't hit me. Because I just don't get into it very much. It doesn't move me, Bob. It doesn't make me happy. Oh, interesting checkpoint. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that being a checkpoint. Yeah, PvE sandbox is pretty fun. But there's PvP elements, isn't there? Like, you can run into other people who try to blow you the freak up. The only pirate game I played was Pirates of the Caribbean Online, baby. Everybody should have played Pirates of the Caribbean Online. How about on, like, yeah, it's interesting because a lot of kids are playing Roblox. And Roblox was around when I was, you know, a youngin' as well. But I never played Roblox. It didn't, like, I have always been in fandom. I have always been in, like, I like to play this video game because it has an IP I enjoy, right? A lot of jank just makes it interesting. I love jank. Jank is so much fun. But I never really did, like, World of Warcraft because it wasn't an IP I cared about. I started playing Warhammer like Age of Reckoning, but I specifically play Return of Reckoning, and that's because I just love the Warhammer Fantasy universe so much. And Return of Reckoning is awesome. I love playing it, but like I'm pretty sure 1,000 people in the world plays that game, so it's there's no way I could ever stream it because I'm so bad at it. It would be very embarrassing. But you know, I did briefly try World of Warcraft. I played on the free trial, just on my laptop, just to see what it was like. I was a Blood Elf rogue. I was a Blood Elf lady rogue. And when you play a Blood Elf lady rogue, I think that's just like catnip for all the gamers, because I don't know if they knew that I was just a dude. Like, I'm just a guy. I want to play a Blood Elf Lady Rogue because I think they're hot. And that's why you're talking to me, because you think my character's hot. But I'm not going to roleplay with you, sir. I'm not going to roleplay with you, sir. I'm going to just continue farming wolves until I get to the level 20 cap and then get kicked out of the video game. I just thought it was really interesting, but I keep getting caught by people who want to RP. Right? Because I said that I used to play Pirates of the Caribbean Online. And I was young when I was playing Pirates of the Caribbean Online. I think it was like around 12 years old. Hi, Cortana. Destroy the orb, Cortana. But while I was playing Pirates of the Caribbean Online, somebody had jumped onto my boat, which is something that you could do. You could jump onto other people's boat, and people could be your crew, and you need your crew to, you know, run the boat at full effectiveness. You could do the boat by yourself, be a solo gamer. But, you know, if there are people on your boat, you could do it full effectiveness. And this person comes onto my boat and started, like, trying to role play with my pirate as a pirate. But it wasn't, like, it was supposed to be, like, heavily narrated, heavily, like, this narrative structure pirate role play. It wasn't just, yar, they're on the port side, Captain. It was like, this character is someone's baby. This is their OC pirate, and they're dragging me along for the ride. And, you know, I was like indulging them, but I was like, I don't know about this, man. I just came here to blow up British ships and get cargo. And you're kind of a captive audience of Pirates of the Caribbean Online. What are you supposed to do? It's like, this is my boat. They came onto my boat. What am I supposed to do? Oh, am I supposed to jump onto it? Cortana, the last time I jumped onto something, I died. Genuinely... Oh, you get a cutscene. Okay. Some of the most fun naval combat I've experienced. Yeah, I would agree with that. I haven't played Assassin's Creed 4, so I don't know what it is like. That new Ubisoft game, the first, like, quadruple A experience, or whatever they were calling it, should have been more like Pirates of the Caribbean Online. The fact that it was just ship combat made it really, 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 really bare bones. Oddly enough, skull and bones. That's pretty much all you get with the game. There's no meat. I ordered meat with my video game, and I got a plate of bones, Ubisoft. No, so it is interesting that if it had played more like Pirates of the Caribbean Online, I bet it would have had more longevity. Yeah, a first quadruple A gaming experience. Okay, whatever. Like, you can't just make up a term. No one's gonna follow you. But Ubisoft is also the same company that said buying the game is not ownership. So what do you expect from them? What do you expect from them? You expect asinine statements. That's what you expect from them. Too bad they have a lot of IPs that could be genuinely interesting if they were taken care of. You know, it's kind of interesting about Ubisoft's IP, though, is that For Honor's still around. 9 years and running, baby. It's trucking. For Honor's still around. I play it every now and then, and I have fun, believe it or not. I have fun playing that video game. Virtuosa, I adore her. I know that says a lot about me as a person. It's like, oh, you like playing Virtuosa? You're one of those guys. Yes, I do like playing Virtuosa. I also like playing Nobushi. So come at me. You know what I'm saying? I know that people don't like those characters, but I do, and I'm having fun, so that's what matters. I also like playing Sohai. Anyway, but the game is fun. The game's fun, and it's got a. I just think it's crazy how much that game has changed as a property. You know, I totally thought I was so naive. I was still in high school when that game came out, though. I was so naive because I totally thought
the composer's not on the ring.
the composer's not on the ring.
What are you
I'm totally
waiting for?
talking over this
That
cutscene.
station's not gonna save
I'm
itself.
indulging myself. I'm ranting. I'm rambling. I don't care, Cortana, about the composer. I'm talking about For Honor. I totally believed that they were going to add more story content. I really thought that was going to happen.
Put me into the console.
And they never did. They never did. They added battle passes. They reduced the amount of steel you get per pack.
Sandy Tilson of Ivanov Station. We're under attack.
They're after a
Oh,
foreigner
Dr.
artifact
Tilson.
encoded from the Halo ring.
How do you know about that?
Doctor, I need you to protect that artifact until we arrive. Send whatever.
Do you know what that condescending bitch said to me after our first game of chess?
Okay,
Cortana.
weird.
Even I don't call it by name anymore.
She's
Correct
being
your approach.
wacky.
Well, he also said he works better alone.
I can see why you chose him, Catherine.
Cortana,
I'm your greatest achievement and you detest
pull up. Now!
She's experiencing a wacky moment. She's experiencing a wacky moment. Yes.
I just can't stop them. Like a thousand of me arguing all at once.
Dr. Tilson,
Okay.
are you there?
Oh, thank God. When your signal cut off, I didn't...
Doctor, listen to me. You have
I got
to issue
distracted by the
orders.
cutscene. Unfortunately, the storytelling had pulled me. Ooh, hologram. I'll take hologram. Yeah, I don't. With my button setup, with the way, the horrible things I've done to my button setup, I cannot use hard light. Yes, 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 yes. No, yes, yes, yes. Sticky detonator, guys. I'm so sad the sticky freaking detonator got taken away from this beautiful series. This is the sticky detonator, guys. Run! Run, scientists! I shall defend your intellectual superiority from these barbarians. No Library of Alexandria will burn under my watch. Ow. 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 I was a little bit too gung-ho there, and I apologize. Can we talk it over? Can we just, like... Can we discuss this? Okay, never mind. Full shields. Die. Oh, who's shooting me in the back? Ooh! I got snuck up on. I have a motion tracker. Rip New Alexandria. Yeah. Rip New Alexandria. That's another... Hey, Halo Wars. Halo Wars would be a good game to play on this channel. Halo Wars, I think, is an interesting one to play. I have it. I can't believe I didn't think about Halo Wars. I was like, I'm gonna run out of Halos. No, I have a... And also, like, thinking about it... Okay. I'm gonna sticky detonate that, man. I'm gonna sticky detonate that, man. I completely forgot about Halo Wars. I love strategy games. I'm not good at them. So, like, I'm really embarrassed... Hehe. See, it's so good. It's so good. We love the sticky detonator. I hadn't even considered. Hello. This guy's kind of got like a Boy Scout look to him. I hadn't even considered Halo Wars as a playable one. I get really nervous about the idea of playing like strategy games on here because I'm not particularly good at them. I indulge myself with them. I love hello, English language. I love moving my little soldiers across the map and making buildings and creating things and like having a little empire that's all my own. But I'm not particularly good at the systems at large, and really what I'm doing is playing like Empire Builder, and I put my soldiers in cool little lines and I build pretty little buildings. But the actual like strategy aspect of it is not super ideal, you know what I mean? I've thought about playing like Total War Warhammer and stuff on here, but that's also not something that I think that people watching me would find interesting because I'm just not, like, I'm no Legend of Total War, you know what I mean? I need to watch a Cleo stream to see how she does it. I think that would be really fascinating.
What can we do to keep the Covenant out?
Harbor master controls can erect a barricade over the bay. But
Hello.
we'll have to locate them.
How'd the UNSC get here so fast?
There's a nice little bit of verticality on this map. I don't know if I want the shotgun. I thought that was like a... Oh, well, I guess I have the shotgun because I can't find my other gun. Nice. Completely ruined my line of shot there. What are you guys doing right now? I haven't asked today. What are you all of you up to? Everybody knows I'm playing Halo 4, but I want to know what you guys are doing. I'm interested. I know Rook ate today. This time. Thank you, Rook, for eating. I bet we're having at least one person playing Minecraft. I think we've had one person playing Minecraft like every single time. Oh, maybe I should have let my shields completely recharge. Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to get off. It's me, Minecraft. I knew it. I knew it.
What can we do to keep the Covenant
I knew it. That's more what I was looking for. The DMR is probably a better choice overall than... the shotgun. Because I'm keeping the sticky detonator, baby. It makes me happy. What a good weapon. I'm back on Silksong. Ah, Act 3. Okay, so you're getting through it. You're getting through it. Yeah, I was thinking about doing Hollow Knight on this. I think that's a good idea. That would probably be pretty fun. Okay. There's a little bit of bullet magnetism there. That's pretty nice. Anything that's in the red will get the bullet magnetized to it. Silksong, though, is probably a long ways out. Ooh. Okay. Oh, hello. You came really close. Who wants to bet my checkpoint's really far back? Who wants to bet? Yeah. Okay, let's try that again. I need to get rid of those elites.
Barricade over the bay. But we'll have to locate them.
I like the assault rifle in this one. It's pretty good. It has purposes and usages. I probably should use the sticky net. I could use the sticky detonator on the elites, probably. Yeah, I didn't need to give that other... You know what I've had? I've had that. I completely forgot about it. I didn't use it. Now it's there. Yeah, DMR. Okay. Are they dropping the second group of enemies? I don't get how Silksong works. How many hours have you put into Silksong so far? Like, how long have you... Is it a good hour investment? I know it's like super cheap for the quality of the game. Like 20 bucks is pretty good for what you're getting. I remember reading that a couple people were upset with how cheap Silksong is compared to like other indie games, because now it's like, oh, I can't release my game at $20 because you know, they're trying to grenade me out. I don't want to get shot and die. I'm over 50 hours in. That's... If I have to go back all the way because of that grenade stick, I'm gonna pee my pants. Yay! There's no piss today, guys. Pants remain unpissed. 50 hours in is insane. That, like, there's so much game in that ding-dang video game. We're gonna try something. We're gonna try something. Yeah, we're gonna try something stupid. You ready for this? Okay. Okay. Are they distracted by the hologram? Oh, dang it. I missed I'm at a solid 75 hours? Dear God. There is so much game in this video game.
Now, before they collect for another assault, grease the shield.
I'm trying, ma'am. The two generals might need to get sticky detonated. How fast are people beating it, though? Like, I've heard that it's got a kind of insane speedrun scene. I'm gonna have to get more... Did that kill him? No? Okay. Oh! No! I'm always so busy exploring. It's a good exploring game. Hey guys, this combat encounter is difficult. This combat encounter is hard. Okay, let's try that. Okay. Okay, yeah. We just have to be really careful of the guy with the sword now. Yeah. Okay, what rank is he? Oh, he's just a major. I thought he was a general last time, but he's just like an officer. Don't.
That's it. Raise the barricade.
Don't shoot me.
Base 7 is secure and we're moving toward your position.
Oh, dang it. See, that sucks because, okay, you know what? Never mind. They just spawn more enemies. Oh, come on. While you're... Okay. No! I'm gonna die again because I missed my sticky detonator. I'm a little bit peeved. I'm a little bit peeved by that. I'm a little bit upset by that. That if I kill the enemies blocking the way to, you know, the shields, they just spawn more enemies. And I know that they had laid that out at the beginning. Because look at that. I killed 2 guys and now they're dropping more enemies. Like, hello? And you have to run past all the enemies and then also get shot on the way there. So when is it safe? When is it safe to actually interact with the level mechanics? Because if I want the enemies to stop spawning, I have to press the button. But if I want to press the button, I have to kill the enemies. It's a catch-22, man. It's a catch-22 and I'm in the middle of it. Okay, let's at least get rid of the generals. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. And then hope for the best. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay, let's get this. Let's go while they're dropping in the next level of guys. Don't let... No! I knew it! I saw the sniper jackals and I knew it. I saw the sniper jackals and I knew it. I went, no way. No way. That beam rifle's gonna one-shot me because I've taken so much damage from the plasma turret. That's so sad. Throw me a bone, 343. Throw me a bone. Let me play the video game. I'm trapped. Oh, hi. Okay. Oh, I might die here again because I got my shield taken by... Not a safe location. Not necessarily a safe location. Let's try again. The 2 generals is pretty rough. It looks like they spawned the other group of enemies. No, don't get too close. Don't get too close. Yeah, that time it was a general, right? That is a general. Yeah, they're spawning the next group of enemies. Okay. Okay.
That's it. Raise the barricade.
I'm gonna try, Cortana. I'm really gonna try. Oh, there's a guy here. Careful. I'm really gonna try, Cortana, but they're making this difficult, man. Does the enemies actually stop spawning? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they do. Does the enemies stop spawning? Don't super combine. Oh, I got really nervous. I'd rather not die randomly here. I feel like I'm doing all right. Not great, not amazing, but all right enough that I don't deserve to die for it. Ooh, concussion rifle. We haven't seen a concussion rifle in a hot second. Oh, nice. Okay. Just go, just go, just go, just go. Have fun with that. Okay, never mind. I was crashing out about nothing. I was crashing out about nothing. They do seem to, like, eventually stop spawning enemies. I was just being a baby dum-dum doo-doo head. We're fine. We're fine. No, 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 no. All of my hard work. For what? That's so many needlers. Dang. He's gonna super combine me on accident. No! You have no more grenades, sir. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, cool. It makes me so happy. I don't understand why they took away this gun. This gun is so awesome. This gun is so cool. It makes me happy. They should have kept it forever and ever. Sticky detonator. Was it taken away because of, like, multiplayer stuff? I don't know. I didn't play Halo 4 multiplayer. I don't know if the sticky detonator was like a monster in the multiplayer setting, and that's why everybody was like, no, we don't want it. Get that gun out of here. Yeah, Metroidvanias in general are really good for exploring, aren't they? Hi, troopers.
Zydek doesn't know where the composer is. Just that it's on the station.
Oh, we gotta keep going up. But I've never really played Metroidvanias. They were never, like, something that I played a ton of. I don't branch out into a lot of different genres, as you may have noticed. But I'm willing to do so. I'm willing to do so. I just didn't really have, like, the access to them, really. Lots of explosives. Yeah. Oh, the plasma turret did work for us. Indafin, have you played other Metroidvanias? I know you're a big fan of roguelikes. I love Vampire Survivors. That's a good roguelike. It's also got, like, dopamine receptor, like, dopamine hits in it. It was created by a guy who does slot machines. And man, does he do work with it. But I've never, I think Hades 2 has come out.
Hunters.
Oh man. Sticky detonator would have been great on these guys. No more ammo for sticky detonator. Where's sticky detonator ammo? No one knows. No more sticky detonator ammo. Hologram might be good on this. Distract him. He didn't really seem to care. He really didn't seem to care. Okay. Okay. Nice, 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 nice. Sticky detonator ammo. Never mind. They had tons of sticky detonator ammo. I just wasn't looking in the right place. That was me being stupid. That was me being dumb. They knew that he would. I love Metro. You get to explore so much. That's the entire point. Have you ever played the original Metroid?
Tilson's inside the door over there.
Yeah. Also, Metroidvanias are really good for like, what is it? Randomizers.
I desperately hope you know why all this is happening. Because to be honest, my objectivity isn't doing me a whole lot of good right now. Hold on. I'll start us down.
And I played a couple of original Metroids, but I never actually played any of the Castlevanias. Yeah, that's fair. Castlevania is important, like culturally. It's got that anime on Netflix. I've heard people really like that anime on Netflix.
It can't leave the station. You know that, right?
We don't have any choice, Doctor.
It's not a matter of choice. It took 3 months. And the biggest starship the UNSC could throw at it just to relocate it here. Unless you're a lot stronger than you look.
They needed the Infinity.
It's not going anywhere.
They needed the Infinity to trust them and follow them.
Can you give Cortana access to the station's supply manifest?
What for?
If we can't move the composer, we have to make sure the Didac can't either.
Oh, wait. We have years of work invested here.
Inventory lists 7 excavation-grade Havoc mines. Just one of those would turn this base into a piñata.
I'm sorry, Doctor. Keep routing your people to the evac centers. Once we take care of the composer, you won't have much time.
Yeah, this must suck. Imagine dedicating your life to, like, the study of an artifact and then having this 7-foot-tall murder machine tell you that you gotta shut it down.
Make sure the nukes are primed so you can detonate them remotely. Maybe next time you rescue us, you can give us more time to pack.
Next time.
Well, and also it contrasts Dr. Tilson with Lasky, or not Lasky, Captain Del Rio, right? Where Dr. Tilson believes and follows the chief and Cortana, whereas Captain Del Rio is super like, no, bad, no! And, you know, if he had worked with them, they could have saved the composer. I want that! What do you mean? Give! I want it! Why are you keeping it from me? I want the Mantis!
Doctor, what was that?
Why won't you give me the Mantis?
The Covenant shot down the first evac shuttle.
The station should be equipped with outer turrets.
How dare you
If we
take the
can
Mantis from
reactivate
me?
them, I can program the station's defenses to provide
I can't
cover
live
for
out my
evacuation.
Evangelion fantasies in this episode. How am I supposed to play the video game without a mech? There's no point in playing the video game without a mech. Ba bo be bo ba 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 da ba da ba ba bo be bo bo ba 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 da ba ba. What are you doing, soldier? Sitting down on the job? I feel like maybe I'm just bad at using hologram, but I feel like the hologram has not actually distracted the enemy for very long. Maybe hunters are... Enemies are dead. Okay. Hey, bud. Give face. I want your face. Give me your face. Oh. He yet lives. Nice. The sniper jackals being big red dots makes them quite visible. I don't know if you remember how in Halo 2 they didn't have any signifiers that they were in the area. More sticky detonator. I'm gonna use my sticky detonator for fun. Nice. I missed. Nani? None desu ka? No. Nice. Let me out. Let me out. Thank you. Nice little jump. Oh, I super combined. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. You gotta be really careful of those needlers, my friends. You gotta be really careful of those needlers, or they take you to town. Okay. 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 Yeah, okay. There we go. Oh, I could just use the machine gun again. Yes. It's interesting what they're trying to do with, like, the idea behind the composers and stuff like that, because I'm pretty sure in the lore, like, all the monitors are humans who have been uploaded into, like, they're mechanical, like, they're biomechanical beings. They're human brains. They're similar to, like, smart AIs in that regard. You know what I mean? And that's why they can also suffer from rampancy, as 343 Guilty Spark shows, and so does 2401 Penitent Tangent. What the heck? That word was hard for me to say. 2401 Penitent Tangent was also a... Oh, hello. Yeah, that works. I'll sticky my detonator on that man. I'll make him sticky and then detonate it. No! Oh, that's what I get for indulging myself. I get blown to bits. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I like how the ranger enemies are still, like, doing really floaty jumps even though they're not in space. They're just, like, walking around in real grav, and they get to float around. I don't know about that, but it is funny. Aww. That looks like a fun dance move. Uh-oh. These scientists got guns. Nice. Very good. Ow. Yeah, you're dead. Ooh, frag grenades. Ominously lit. I was thinking, I don't know if I have access to all of the dead spaces. I'm probably going to have to buy them. I'm pretty sure the dead spaces are on PC. I'm pretty sure they are. Pretty sure I can get them on Steam. I don't know if they're going to go on sale anytime soon. I don't even know what they're, like, costing right now. Yeah, I don't think that he dodged those as well as the game's saying he is doing as well as he says he does. I don't know if I agree with that. If I can't get access to Dead Space 2, then at least I know the remake will be. And I've never played through the remake. The original is, like, one of my favorite games. I love Dead Space as a game, and I'm excited to play through it. I don't like a lot of the story changes they made in the remake, though, from what I've seen. And I know that I have a very real tendency to go, they changed it, now it sucks. But I get very attached to my IPs. I get very attached to my fandom. And when you change things that I thought was good, I get a little bit peeved. I get a little bit upset. You know what I mean? Okay, where are we? Okay. Yeah. So a lot of the changes they made, I just don't vibe with. I think one change I do like is that they made Isaac Clarke talk, I guess. I like Isaac Clarke being a mute protagonist in the first one only. I think in context with the rest of the series, it's not... Like, one of the best things about Dead Space is Isaac Clarke's personality. So, him being like a full character is very fun. And I think that them changing the story to accommodate that is not bad at all. That's a good idea. Thank you for doing that. But I don't like a lot of the changes they made to some of the characters, where they just feel weaker character-wise. Like their motivations aren't as good. And they make very stupid decisions. Very stupid decisions that lead to their death that they shouldn't make.
That's the main defense console. My intervention is the prerequisite for success. Why should we save them?
Okay.
Insert me into the defense grid.
Okay. I don't know if I should because you're giggling about it. You're giggling about it like you're gonna do something bad. You're giggling about it like you're gonna do something bad.
I'm here. Any luck?
Cortana's bringing the defense grid online now.
Okay. That's it.
I hear it. We'll broadcast the final evac orders.
The nuke?
We're rigging it now. Meet us back on the upper platform and we'll help you get it to the artifact.
Okay. 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 We're in a good place, my friends.
If we pull this off and action.
I won't say anything.
Thank you.
I think that Jackal shot his friends to death, which stopped me from doing a cool assassination on him. Which stopped me from doing a cool freaking assassination on him. Yeah. Watch that, because that's gonna blow. Oh, it didn't blow that up. Ha ha ha! There's so much joy in this weapon. No. I bet it could stop an elephant. It's got stuff. It's got style. It's got grace. That's good. That's good. What a weapon. Let me out. Thank you. Oh, man.
They found the composer.
Chief, you can't let them tell him it's here.
Oh, hey. Spartan laser. I'm probably not going to mess with it. Unfortunately, I love this ticket to detonator.
Dr. Kilson.
Yeah, baby! I'm not going to mess with it, because I'm in a mantis!
Down here.
It's not
Ready or not, I need
Uh-oh.
it now.
Help! Help! I got a little bit stuck. At least I didn't get stuck in range of the guy with the fuel rod gun. He could have just blown me up. Oh, man. Who was that? Who did that? Who was that? Was it you? Oh, it's you. I don't think it's gonna get it. Sag. Sag. It would have been cool, but it didn't get it. This gun does a lot of damage. This is a very damaging machine gun. What are you gonna do? Melee me? Oh, I only need one missile. Okay. Kind of insane. This vehicle does some stuff to them, huh? It absolutely crunks the Covenant. It is a very, 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 very capable. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get it. The Phantoms have quite a bit of HP. HP as the... Uh-oh. Guys, the Wraith broke. The Wraith got stuck. Why did the Wraith get stuck? Wait, why did that happen to it? That is a very damaging machine gun. Okay, I'm getting shot up a bunch, and that's pretty much what the Mantis needs to die. Is constant fire. I'm gonna hide under here. Oh, hello, little guy, trying to blow me up. I think I shot the guy out of it. That's kind of crazy. There's one. I need to get out of the way of the other ones, though. Need to be careful, because they're trying to blow me up. Hard to hit these ones. I'm fully focused on the Mantis, so I'm sorry if the commentary is a bit dry. I'm trying not to die in my cool vehicle. In my cool freaking vehicle. Yeah, we're burning up. I might have to drop this one off. This one's gonna have to go back to daycare, I think. It's currently suffering. Oh, I thought I juked back into that, and I was a little bit upset with myself. Time to go put this one back to pasture, boys and girls. It did its duty, but it is currently a little bit sad. Imagine if the Covenant could take these random mantises that are just all set up in the the areas. That would be annoying. But they can't. They can't drive it. Are they going to stop sending enemies at me, or are we just stuck? Okay, the problem is that they're being very aggressive. They're dropping a lot of enemies down, and it's become quite difficult.
Dr. Tilson, where's the warhead? Dr. Tilson.
Head back to the elevator platform. I'll keep trying to raise her.
Yeah, are we done with the defense mode? Is it just like a certain amount of time? Because that's fine with me. Yeah, it looks like they're retreating. Okay. Oni? Not Oni! Those guys are evil! Yeah, it looks like we kind of won. That's fine. I'm so glad they tease you with the Mantis and then you actually get to drive it. That's so cool. That's so neat. Would it have been faster to just go that way instead of driving the Mantis over here? Yeah. But did I have fun playing in my cool robot toy? Yes. So, do I regret it being slower? No. In fact, I'm sad that I can't take the Mantis further.
Lines will be in one of the cargo bays. Start us up.
Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba da da ba. Yeah, baby.
Immense Casimir wave building outside the atrium.
I don't know what that means. Stop saying words. I hate how much they've turned her to be like a pseudo-intellectual. Immense Casimir wave. That doesn't mean anything, ma'am. What are you saying? Say something else, please. Say something I understand. Making her
Cortana,
drop
see if you
terms
can
to
reach
sound
this.
smart
Get
instead
me
of
a status
actually
on the
being
rest of the
smart.
station.
I can't believe you did that.
Cortana, I need that info.
Yeah, same here, dude.
Look, don't think about the Didact. Don't think about the composer.
Oh, is that a backhand?
Focus.
That's a backhand. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. The
Sandra Kay, female, 51 years of age. Doctor of Archaeology, Pegasi Institute.
I read that as Pegasi.
Biosignature stable.
My
on
bad.
350
I read
level.
that wrong. I read that as Pegasi instead of
Thank you.
Pegasi. Backhand, backhand. Tell me where to go. Tell me where to go. Do I jump out the window? No, you do not jump out of the window. You go through the door. Yes, thank you for giving me an objective marker, because I had not been able to find it without the objective marker.
They've compromised the station's hull.
The Didact's taken the composer. Get these people to the evac centers.
Taken how?
Tap the flight deck. Find us something that can carry a payload.
Wait. Something's happening.
Cortana, can you access the station's defense systems?
They're not responding.
Cortana,
Jeez. It's...
Oh, what a horrible way for all these doctors to die. Yep. Yeah, and only an already, so Chief is already a fusion of man and machine at this point. His armor protects him, but everybody else gets composed. Yikes. They're doing a lot of themes about what it is to be man and machine and organic and digital. All that's left is dust and echoes. Halo 1 reference.
Are you okay? I monitored the data pulse. I could hear them. What was left of them?
we need to move.
These people are gone.
And more will follow if the Didact reaches Earth.
They'll pair you with another AI. Maybe even another Cortana model if Halsey lets them.
That's not going to happen.
Oh,
It
Halo,
won't be
Halo
me.
Infinite.
You know that, right?
Themes of immortality,
Spinning up a broadsword in Hangar C-11.
because
Whatever
the
the
idea
librarian
behind
did to you
composition was to make the
obviously worked.
Forerunners immortal by allowing them to forever live in the digital
Cortana.
space. If Cortana is remade, will
It's
she
not
be
over.
the same Cortana, even
Not
if she
yet.
has the same memories? Ship of Theseus. Ship of Theseus. Okay, boys and girls, let's keep going. Cortana, I think that like a bunch of people died, and I understand that you're frustrated and upset, but a lot of people died horribly. I understand. Hey, this is the broadsword mission. I think this might be the last level of the game, which is good because we're running a little long. I mean, we're not running long in the grand scheme of things. I think my longest stream so far has been like 2 hours and 56 minutes. But I don't know if you guys need to go to bed or if you guys need to do stuff, and I don't want to be here forever. Let's go make some noise in the broadsword. Instead of a longsword, it's a broadsword. I looked up the name of the composer for this one, and I do not remember it. I apologize. It's not Michael Salvatore or Marty O'Donnell. It's a third guy, and honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest. Most of the music in this game has been straight background noise. None of it. I've been humming other Halo themes. I don't know if you've noticed. Nothing against the guy's music, but it's just not very Halo to me. That's fine. That's fine. I wouldn't want him to try to copy. Like,
No, but the Didacs are.
I wouldn't want him to copy a style that he couldn't complete. You know what I mean? Like, I feel that would be bad. Slip space rupture detected. Here we go.
Broadsword's hull integrity is stable. We'll be safe as long as we stay below the Didac shields.
Where's the composer?
Close.
I wonder if they had, like, they probably just digitally altered Jen Taylor's voice, but it would be really funny if they went to Jen Taylor and were like, can you deliver that line again, but, like, do it in falsetto? That would be awesome. Can you do that entire line in your head voice? That'd be great. I wish that they did that. Kind of like how they had the voice actress for Kaga voice us in Baldur's Gate 3, where it's clear that the voice actress is doing some, like, wacky stuff. Hey, you guys like a rail shooter section? I like a rail shooter section. Oh, my bad. I ran into the wall. My mouse is kind of fighting me on this. A lot of people like this song, is basically why I was talking about that composer.
Cherenkov radiation fluctuates. We're coming out of slip space.
Okay, thank you. See, that... Okay. You know, I've been complaining about her just not explaining any of the terms and expecting me to know what she's talking about. That's a good where she was like, hey, this is what's happening. This is the term for it, but this is what's happening. Cherenkov slip space. What does that mean? It means that we're coming out of slip space. Cool, thank you.
Where's the captain?
Yeah, Captain Del Rio got kicked up.
We're carrying a Havoc-grade payload on approach to deliver it.
Let's see if we can grease the wheels for you. All ships, prepare to engage.
Yeah, listen to those heroic chords and structures. Listen to that music. Ah! No! I'm like, listen to that heroic song. Listen to that beautiful chord. And then I just blow up and die. I'm telling you, my mouse is fighting me on this. It doesn't... You know what this level reminds me of? You know what this level is just giving me a brain blast of? We're playing Lego Star Wars, the original trilogy, and we're in the second Death Star. That's what this level makes me think of. Does anybody see it? Does anybody see my vision? I hope I have Nien Num in my passenger seat. I'd love if Nien Num was in my passenger seat.
Commander, direct all your ships to the composer.
Oh, what? Oh, I don't know if I blow up the Death Star. Yeah, I'm blowing up the Death Star. I get to blow up the Death Star. I don't know if I agree with blowing up on that. I'm pretty sure there's a mission, like, there's like a Warframe mission that oh, they're giving me a shortcut. Huh, did you guys see that? That's kind of cool. I don't know if you guys, played a lot of... No! Oh, my mouse. My mouse is fighting me so hard. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to, like, make really stupid decisions that gets me instantly killed. But my mouse doesn't like my mouse pad. Like, this is me moving around a lot. I didn't actually like that shortcut down there. So it's like, it's very hard to make minute adjustments to make sure that I don't die. which is bad because you don't want to die. Yeah, like that was a tiny movement on my mouse that I couldn't immediately course correct because it got stuck.
Commander, direct all your ships to the composer.
And that's not good. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to make that better. I've had this problem with the mouse and the mouse pad forever. I should probably get a new mouse pad. Something that's maybe a little bit more ergonomic. Because if I'm going to spend a lot of my time playing video games, I don't want to give myself, like, carpal tunnel. Because, you know, I like using my hands for things. I like using my hands for many things. But if they're just gonna, like, be used this way all the time, I don't want to, like... Okay, he turned his big dumb schnoz to get it. Okay, his big dumb schnauzer took me out. I don't know if I like that. I think these turrets would be great if they were voiced by, like, the Beatles. What do you guys think? I think it would make me a little bit happier if all the turrets were voiced by, like, Ringo Starr. It'd make me happy. I gotta go to, like, the right or the left here. Ah! See what I mean? See what I mean? What does that mean? What does what mean? What does what mean? What are you upset about? What does what mean? What does what mean? Okay. We're good. Careful, my friends. That's dumb. I dislike those turrets. Ah, I'm getting hosed! I'm in the car wash! I don't like the bass boosted sounds that they give me. It's scary. It's scarier than it is because they don't seem to do a lot of damage, but when they hit you, it's bass boosted. I don't like it. Oh my gosh. You're terrifying me, my friend. You're making me scared. Okay, we're good. You know what? Nothing bad has ever happened once in my life. Okay? In my life. You said they should be voiced by the Beatles as if that has meaning? That has meaning. Imagine if every single time you drove past the turret, they're like, hello. Ah! My name is Ringo Starr. That would be really funny. And it would add star power to the game. Like, they don't have any of those celebrity voice actors in this one. So it doesn't really have, like... You know, how are you supposed to wow audiences unless it has someone like Zendaya as Michi? Ringo Starr as Turret, you know? There's something about that people are going to be like, yeah, I want to play that video game because it has Paul McCartney as a turret. You know? I think you just don't understand what it's like to have creative vision. That was a pretty cool room. I wonder what purpose that room should have.
No, wait!
Infinity, did I just close off our entrance to the composer?
Ow! Do you see what I mean about it having kind of like a bass boosted quality?
We'll take care of the guns.
You see what I mean? So you want portal turrets, but the Beatles. Yes, I would love that. I would love that, especially if they sang like a turret opera at the end. Maybe we should just play Portal instead. Okay. Okay. This is cool. This is cool. Look how cool this is. I destroyed the shield generator, and yet I can't get them from this side. Okay, I think I might be able to get to them. Yeah, like this. Yeah, okay. Look at that. That's exactly... Yeah, imagine if the thing that got the Beatles back together was a turret opera in Halo 4. And they somehow... Oh, see, he got me with his giant schnoz! He got me killed with his giant schnoz. I don't know if I agree with him getting me with his giant schnoz.
There it is. No, wait.
Infinity, the Dyndac just closed off our entrance to the composer.
I don't know if I agree with him getting me with his giant schnoz. I'd rather he didn't get me like that at all. Ow. The sound effects are really silly. Like, it really does sound... Oh, stop it! Oh my gosh! I'm actually really annoyed at how huge the hitbox on those turrets are. Are you joking? Stop it! If I get killed by the turret using his schnoz one more time, I have never been killed by the turret except for when they use the schnoz.
We could try punching a hole in that hull plating, but Infinity won't be able to get a clear shot with all that black.
We'll take care of the guns.
Okay. I'm just gonna go in a big circle and try to blow up as many of the turrets as possible. I don't know if they'll be like, "Ugh, we're respawning the turrets because you're doing that." I don't know. But like, imagine if they somehow brought John Lennon back to life in order to voice, like, a wacky animated character. Okay. I'm not getting a lot of them. I think that was a little bit of a reference to, the Halo theme. You know, I don't know if they're, like, I don't know why they're being so conservative with musical references. I don't know if it's like, we can't actually, like, reference the original Halo themes if we're, like, if somehow Marty O'Donnell had been like, yeah, no, my music stays with me. You can't use and or reference music from, you know, my tenure as the composer. I'm wondering if that was the case. Okay. That was precarious. Okay, I think, yeah, I don't think they're respawning. So we can get to the point where we just murder them and I don't have to worry about getting killed by their massive schnoz. Because it really seems like the turrets actually don't do that much damage to you unless, like... Which is interesting, because they really seem like the least dangerous part of this section. The most dangerous part is, of course, just randomly getting insta-killed by the environment. Which is always super exciting. That's exactly what you want to have as Oh, that was pretty good hits, but it didn't, like, instant kill me. So I don't know. I really don't know how much damage the turrets do. They absolutely eviscerate your shields, but you, not so much. Broadsword isn't even burning. So I don't know.
Two cannons neutralized.
Yeah, it was good of me to do that, to, like, slowly kill everything on the map. Do you see that? Slow and steady wins the race. Tortoise in the hare. That's an Aesop fable. You guys like Aesop? Can I get any Aesops in the chat? People love Aesop. People love the mouse and the lion. People love the wolf and the grapes or whatever he was doing there. Yeah, I'm getting Aesop in the chat. That's right. That's right. I'm getting Aesop in the chat. That's awesome. Everybody drop your favorite Aesop fable.
Clean hit.
I've been thinking, you guys might want to know, I've been nursing a half gallon of chocolate milk this entire stream. It's pretty awesome. It's 1% chocolate milk this entire stream. Scorpion and the Frog, that's a really Really good Aesop fable. Thank you for sharing. The one where the grapes are too high and the fox tweaks out about it. That's what I was trying to reference. I didn't know if it was a wolf or I guess it's a fox, huh? We carry it. Chalky milk, yeah! We love chalky milk in this house. He's going to carefully carry the nuke. It's got a little warhead. I was thinking I should ask. I know By the Rook has made a few, but if it ever behooves or moves you guys, if you find something that you find entertaining and or that you like, please clip it. It helps me later on, instead of having to go through my VODs to find what you guys thought was funny or entertaining.
We'll figure it out on the way.
It helps me like find stuff that was readily considered funny and then clip it myself. It saves me a lot of time, but don't do it because it saves me a lot of time. It does indeed help me, but you don't have to if you don't want to. I don't want to like impose a dictatorial like statute on my friends. I don't know how intrusive it is to create a clip or how difficult it is to like. I love how often they give me a saw, man. I'm gonna use it until it runs out of ammo. Very good. How does he know how to reload these weapons, is my question. How did Chief figure out how to do that? Because they seem quite difficult to understand as weapons. I don't understand how he's figured it out. Oh, whatever he's gonna... Yeah, whatever he... Mantle of Responsibility has some hidden perks. Yeah, I guess so. It's the part of it is reloading weapons you have no other understanding of. I don't think I've gotten a single assassination on the crawlers, which sucks because I know you can. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, yeah, we're actually going to use the light rifle. Oh, no! Light rifle! Thank you. Thank you. Now the pressure's on, though. I can feel it. I bet you guys are like, oh, dang. Oh, beans. Now we gotta pay attention when something funny happens. No, no. No, no, no. You don't need to do that. Or maybe nothing else will change and you guys just really don't care. Both of these could be true. Yeah, dead night, dead night, dead night, dead night, and the night had a scatter shot. Sad that he just like left. And yeah, now he has his shield back. Now he's gonna teleport back in. Like they got a lot of health, don't they? Something funny in this stream? More than fair. Yeah. There has been exactly 2 funny occurrences in this stream. And you guys have to figure out which 2 I'm talking about. Oh! Okay, we're good. He just threw a grenade at me. I like nuclear device acquired. I pulled it from a booster pack.
I promise. Take care of you.
Oh.
Still good for something, I guess.
She's very self-deprecating right now.
I think it's a
It's
transit
making me a
system
little
like
uncomfortable.
Find a way to access it.
Put the
I'll try to route
Cortana
us to
in
the
the
composer.
thing.
put me in the system.
No, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. I need to compile every single time I threw a grenade instead of doing something else. I need to compile that because I have done that, I think, consistently across the entire series. Remember how she said that using the portals deteriorates her systems faster?
Portal.
Portal! Yep, portal.
Opening another portal.
8 yeah, 8-star nuke. Oh, you know what actually I found today? And I'm pretty sure it wasn't supposed to be out yet. At least I don't know if it got out yet. It was the like Magic the Gathering Spider-Man collection, right? But the thing about it is that it was like 15 cards total. You know what I mean? 15 cards. Now, some of them were super duper rare, super guaranteed, super duper hollow foil Miles Morales is super rare, right? You know how much this pack cost? 44 real life dollars. That's insane to me. Like, what does Magic the Gathering think they're doing, man? 44 real life dollars in this economy? Like, I love Miles Morales as much as the next guy. That's an awesome, like, yay, cool, crossover. I don't really like the Fortnite-ification of Magic the Gathering. I don't think it's a good idea to turn it into a Fortnite of, like, trading card. But, you know, it's Hasbro, it's Wizards of the Coast. They don't care about their IP or brand identity. Fine, fair, okay, cool. But, like, that's cheap for Magic the Gathering? It was 15 cards! What do you mean that's cheap for Magic the Gathering? Magic Gathering 15 cards for $44? Cheap for Magic Gathering? You paid $2.50 per card, $2.75 per card, 15 card, $44? Cheap? Cheap? I don't know about that! What do you mean? I have a friend that has a $200 card. What are you guys doing? What are you nerds doing over there? You guys realize that nerd hobbies are supposed to be for fun, right? What the heck are you guys doing over there?
Opening another portal.
Oh, we're playing Ring Around the Rosie. Magic Gathering $200 card. One card $200. Buy now. Buy now. What the heck? What do you mean? Why is it you play Warhammer? Yeah, I don't collect Warhammer anymore because the boxes have gotten too expensive. I used to be able to justify, you know, $10 or 10 models for $60 because that was, you know, $6 per model. And also, one full box of 10 models, it takes me 4 hours to paint one. You know what I mean? So, like, I was getting, quote-unquote, my money's worth per time for each little model that was in my cool box. But now, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. And it breaks my heart because I want to collect more Warhammer. But, you know, there's just not... I can't... I'm too poor. Yeah, there's a reason I never win. I'm too poor to play against my friends. That's horrible. That's horrible. You should never be, like, constrained from having fun in your, like, hobby because you just can't buy the meta cards. That's so crazy. Literal pay-to-win practices. That's kind of crazy. But that's true in Warhammer as well, if we're going to talk about Warhammer. Like, when AdMech had... Iron Striders be the thing, and Iron Striders came in there was one Iron Strider per box, and you needed to run 3 groups, or you needed to run 4 groups of 3, so you needed 12 Iron Striders, and each Iron Strider is, you know, $60. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I can't justify buying Warhammer anymore, no matter how much I want it. I might indulge myself on, because we're going up to a festival pretty soon. In a couple weeks, we're going to be going to a festival, and there's a... There's a store there that I like to support. It's a little game store. If they have warp spiders in stock, I might pick up the warp spiders in service of, like, the festival and also supporting this game store that I like and I know the owners of. But, like, I hate that oh, man, this guy sucks. 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 This guy sucks because I get sent back here. Yes, let's give the giant, really tough enemy a one-shot weapon and then put him in a room with a bunch of other one-shot enemies and then not give you a checkpoint for it. These are very good choices. This is difficulty that feels fair and balanced to play. Yeah, I totally get the Warhammer. But to me, I don't know. Maybe this is like my lack of perspective speaking. Like, I'm a very specific type of nerd, collector, gamer. I love toys. I love physical models. I love, like, putting the things in my hands. Yeah, what is... Oh, grounded glass voids. Yes. Yes. I was like, what is that string of word? Yes, grounded glass void singe gendrin. Yeah, it's just like a one-shot. You just, like, get blown to pieces. I don't know. It's like, that's, I, interact with nerd mediums in different ways, and I've always loved, like, physical models and stuff. When I was oh, see? That just sucks balls. That just sucks balls. That's so bad. I kind of, I'm gonna say it. I don't like this enemy. I don't like the, I blow you up enemies. Yeah, and these guys can also one-shot you if you get close to their shotgun, which is also not ideal. I don't know, man. I think that the knights might have needed a little bit of help. Because, like, I'm getting hard stopped by one knight with a rocket launcher. Oh! That was my bad. That was a good grenade throw on his part. That was a good grenade throw on his part. So, when I hold the physical model in my hand, and I've painted it after hours of, like, choosing the paints and putting the structures on, and, like, this is my guy. This is my character. I built him. I painted him. It doesn't feel that... And then when I play a game with him, where it's like... I get to roll dice and watch my guy do cool things in my head and my brain. It feels different than cards. Like, I like the art on cards a lot. I love the art on cards a lot. And I think the artist should get paid. But I think, like, because the cards being $200 is not because the art or the artist or the quality of it's card stock, it's cardboard. What it is enforced scarcity of a card that's really strong in the game aspect, you know what I mean? And I don't like that. If the card's going to be good, it feels bad to also make it so rare that you have to spend, maybe like a full week's paycheck on it. Also, this is the only gravity hammer in the game. This is the only gravity hammer in the game.
I can't hide much longer. I'll try to move you to the composer again.
It's interesting. It's the only gravity hammer in the game. And we're gonna use it. It's probably not gonna be super helpful, but... Very nice. Oh, dang. I don't have any weapons for, like, the goobers. I don't have any goober killers. So we're gonna have to... Oh, whoa! Okay, I thought they knocked me off the edge. I was like, they knocked me off the edge and I died. No, they just pushed me. I don't know. You guys who play Magic, what do you think? Like, what would you rather Magic be? Are you fine with all the random crossovers? Like, I'm not a Magic the Gathering player, so I don't know what it's like to... Maybe you guys like the Lord of the Rings and the Warhammer and the Spider-Man and the... I don't know. Okay. We're doing work. We're doing work. We're getting done. That's pretty good. I do like being able to one-shot the knights like that. That's really nice. Thanks, Gravity Hammer. Yeah, because there's not a single brute in this game. Not a single brute appears in this game. I don't really mind the crossovers. I'm just really sad to be priced out. Yeah, and not be able to participate anymore. That sucks. That sucks. It sucks to be the kid who can't afford the Gucci. It sucks. And it's like, it creates an unhealthy connection to the... Oh, see, ugh. I don't like the incineration cannons because even the little bits afterwards can kill you. That is a really apparent visual glitch. That is a really apparent visual glitch. Screw you, Didact. Nice. Very good. Don't shoot me in the back. Don't shoot me in the back. That sucks. I'm trying not to use charge on them, but it sucks that there's so many of them. I'm going to stubbornly hold on to my 2 power weapons, though, because I love being able to one-shot the Watchers from any range. It's pretty cool. That's why pay to win was quickly, like, not allowed in video games. It's just kind of crazy that pay to win is just kind of normal in other nerd spaces. You know what I mean? Like, it's just normal and stuff like Magic the Gathering or in Warhammer. Pay to win is part of the pricing structure. And of course, they'd never say that they encourage it, but like, it kind of is encouraged. You remember what I said about resellers and how the company doesn't care because they get their money anyways? For every card that's sold that goes for like $200, they probably make way more because someone was looking for that $200 card. You know what I mean? It's all gambling. It's all gambling. Dang it. Okay. That used way more than I had hoped for. You know, that's one of the things I really like about Sea of Thieves. New players have access to all the same weapons and materials as veterans. Yeah. Yeah, because, like, isn't all the paid stuff cosmetics and stuff? That's the best way to do paid stuff in a game, honestly. If you're going to do a live service game, making it all cosmetics instead of anything else is probably the best way to do it. I'm gonna try to kill him from here with the... Yeah, and then we can go in and kill all the crawlers. Okay, unless they kill me. I'm trying to remember what game... Like, I know DICE does it a lot with Battlefield, where they're like, unlock all the weapons you could unlock with progression now. Or they're like, yeah, you could unlock Darth Vader. After, like, 3 straight months of play. I'm gonna keep the binary rifle because I'm so worried about watchers. Oh, got both of them. No, it didn't. Yeah, good change.
Reinforcements! Hold them off while I locate the composer.
I'll do that. I will do what you say. Defend. I don't know about that. Yeah, okay. Hey, we had fun with it, but we're gonna switch out. Never mind! There was ammo for it. Okay. Switch that out for now so that I can deal with crawlers being annoying. That was the thing about Pirates of the Caribbean Online compared to Sea of Thieves, is Pirates of the Caribbean Online, heavily pay to win. Everything above, like, bad tier or crude tier
Taking control of the
was so... like, you needed to be able to pay for the video game to have it. Which is kind of crazy to even think about. Super MMO pricing. You know what MMO I've never played? Wizard 101. I've heard people adore Wizard 101. Just never one I've played. I've tried to make MMOs work, but I just don't have the ability to devote myself to them the way you need MMOs to work. The only MMO that I've probably spent, like, way too much money... Yeah, because of the new community one is completely free. Exactly. The only MMO I've tried to make work like that is, Destiny, and I probably spent way too much money on Destiny. But don't play it much anymore, unfortunately. Just a lot of crawlers, huh? Yeah, the Return of Reckoning is also completely free, which is nice. I don't know what Return of Reckoning had as paid DLC, but it is nice that it is completely free. Yeah, I'll pick
I'm here.
I know, I'm trying to get you. There's just a hard light shield where I want to grab you. Shoot them crawlers. Ow. Don't shoot me while you shoot them crawlers, though. I don't like that, actually. Okay, they still spawned a bunch of crawlers, so I'm gonna need to... What the heck? That's a bunch of crawlers. There's a ton of them over here. Listen to that music. Are they just gonna spawn endlessly now? Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna spawn endlessly now. Killed a bunch of them. Let's go. Oh man, free stuff is awesome. Yeah, that's the problem though, is trying to get past an endless group of crawlers is going to be very difficult. Especially if I think I might have to... I want the gravity hammer over the binary rifle. So I'm going to leave behind the binary rifle, unfortunately. I don't know if I'm going to regret that decision. But we'll pretend I won't. Yep, stop shooting me in the butt. I'm out of here. Okay, let's see what we got. What else are we doing? Are we heading to the Didact? Are we gonna die my dact? Let's see if we die my dact.
How do we get over there?
Can barely. End of the ramp.
They were supposed to make a Halo MMO,
Momentum should carry
which
us
would have
through
been
the longer-
awesome. I would have loved to play a Halo MMO. But it never came to be.
Chief, once that warhead is primed, the window for getting out of here is going to be pretty slim.
I know.
You know, the Halo 4 and 5 having like a new story in every game kind of reminds me of the Star Wars sequel trilogy. Where it's just like they couldn't figure out really what they wanted to do with it, and so it like, and they kept changing like directors and tones, and yeah, it just didn't. They hit a hard point where it's just like nobody likes what we're doing here. Are they stupid or are we wrong?
The Didact shielded himself inside the composer. The nuke won't do us any good unless we can disable that barrier. Find me a terminal.
Right here. I like that they have a bunch of terminals that I can put Cortana in. That's very nice. It's very convenient. Oh, hello. She's multi-man.
What did you just do?
I ejected my rampant personality spikes into the system. If I do that in each of those beams, the copies can overwhelm the composer's shield.
She split her personality. Nice. Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. Looks like a fun place to be in. Okay, yeah, that night's going to be... Ooh, checkpoint! Yay, we got a checkpoint, my friends. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Yay! I love hitting things with a big hammer. The Brutes had the right of way when they were like, you know what we need? A big honkin' hammer. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Everybody loves hammers. Nope, sorry, you're getting hammered. Idiots. Hammer time. Doom, doo, doo, doom. This is a lot of knights. Bye. Don't teleport back. And do forget to write. Okay. Ooh. Do you hear that, hopeful, that kind of, like, uplifting in the background?
Now, before the Didact sends reinforcements.
She does the split. She's doing the split.
It's working.
This song, this music just needed more funky African drum beats. That's what Halo music is funky African drum beats. Just needed a little bit more of that. It could have had, like, the kind of, you know, uplifting string stuff that he's doing here. Halo is also, like, really associated with rock music. Like, one of the songs is literally Rock Anthem for Saving the World. So it needed more electric guitars and it needed more funky African drum beats. And then it would have really popped as Halo music. I don't know if the composer was just not comfortable writing with that style or writing with that, like, those instruments. That's fine, I guess. Like, again, I would much rather he do his own thing than be, like, derivative of Marty's style. But I'm gonna say that, like, the music is already kind of derivative. It doesn't feel like it's that different from standard, like, I don't know, uplifting movie fare? Am I being harsh? Is my criticism unfounded? Like, if you guys listen to this theme, does it like go, oh, that's, you know, that's good Halo music? Like, I like the theme. It's very uplifting, but I don't know. It just doesn't. Can you even hear the song? It could also be completely fair, or like completely realistic that I'm playing over the instrument parts. Or the interesting parts, I mean. It's generic, I guess? Yeah, like it's hero time music. You know what I mean? And that's fine, because that's what's happening. But it's not like what Halo is known for. It doesn't have the oomph. It needs funky African drum beats. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Yeah, generic. Yeah, it's a good way to describe it. It's just like... Like, okay, yes. It's very heroic. It's very heroic. And I'm sure the composer put a lot of time and effort into it, and I appreciate that he did. And it's not really, like, his fault that he had to follow up Michael Salvatore and Marty O'Donnell for Halo themes. Like, that's hard. That's difficult. I can totally see that being really difficult. But at the same time, that's unfortunately the stakes. You know what I mean? He is going to be compared to Marty O'Donnell and Michael Salvatore. There's not much you can do with that. It is the fate of the composer. Ah, little crawler. Little crawler, crawling on the floor, crawling on your belly. I'm gonna go this way. What's in here? Oh! If you say so. I meant to reload instead of use my other frag grenade. Now that it's gone, I kind of miss the generic heroism theme, because now it's kind of just like combat theme number 4. And I liked the generic heroism theme as much as... There it is. Ow, I'm dead again. It just instantly killed. I was like, God. Hey, there's my favorite theme. Instantly dies. Because this guy's got a binary rifle. It does something a little bit interesting there, where it kind of converts to a chord that isn't so, like, hopeful. And that's nice. That's an interesting little bit of contrast with what... But it immediately goes back into, like, oh man, there's a lot of crawlers here. There's a lot of crawlers here. There's a lot of crawlers here, guys. I don't know what you would call that kind of key change. I don't know. I'm not super well versed in music theory. I took a couple classes. I wish I was more well versed in music theory than I was. I don't think there's any amount of music theory in the world that could, like, actually make me good at composition, though. I can just feel the vibe of what they're trying to go for with the music, you know what I mean? I know tropes. Oh, I'm so bad. Nice. There's a guy with a suppressor somewhere around here. Also, the Promethean weapons change in every game they appear in. I don't know if any of them made it to Halo Infinite. I don't think Prometheans as a enemy type made it into Halo Infinite. The suppressor's a fun gun in Halo Infinite. Or, not Halo Infinite, Halo 5, though. I actually kind of liked the Horde mode shooter in Halo 5, but that's just because I love Horde mode shooters. I didn't like the Rec Pack system. I really actually disliked the Rec Pack system. Do not put loot boxes in my Halo game. Loot boxes in my Halo game is bad. You know? Loot boxes are one of the worst things you could do to a game, honestly. Especially when you make the loot boxes necessary part of progression. I don't understand how they could look at how progression was done in Halo 3 and in Halo Reach and go, the average gamer would prefer if this was a loot box. Of course, that wasn't what they were thinking. That wasn't what they were thinking. They were thinking, how can I squeeze as much money out of the average Joe Schmo? Loot boxes. We'll make the cool armor tied to loot boxes. You know what I mean? And, like, that's really bad planning on their part. Because the average Halo gamer will have remembered what it's like to earn their stuff in Reach. Will have remembered what it was like to earn their stuff in Halo 3. And they will look at your loot box system and be very upset that you changed it from the way that it used to be earned. You know what I mean? That you used to, like, choose what you wanted, and you had goals. You could absolutely have goals as to what you were trying to get. Not so anymore. Not so anymore. My blood. My blood. My life force. It stains the floor. I'm trying. I'm trying. It's okay, girly. Yep, there she goes splitting again. Oh boy, here I go splitting again.
And yet, still fail.
Not California! Yeah, I kind of really dislike... I don't like when sci-fi does stuff like... we're raising the stakes by killing millions of people. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, they don't treat that with the weight that it deserves. Right? Like, I feel like a lot of the times it's used for shock instead of the actual horrible narrative loss that is. You know what I mean? People dying due to composition is horrifying. They make that abundantly clear. That composition is an awful way to die. And now they're just subjecting a massive part of the planet Earth, our planet Earth, to that fate. As kind of like a, oh, you better hurry. If you fail, you know, all the world will be... It's like, I don't want to have millions of deaths be shock value. That sucks. I don't know. That sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna use the... It's like when they blow up Alderaan and Star Wars, and it, like, they never show Leia mourning over that. Her entire planet, everyone she knew, that entire planet's history, geography, everything it ever was, gone. Gone. Completely gone. Never will it exist again. You cannot do any archaeology. You cannot do any anthropology. It's gone. That's crazy. And they never deal with it with the weight it deserves. Stop composing the American Southwest. Leave the Yucatan Peninsula alone.
You persist too long after your own defeat.
This is a very unpopular decision. What's going to happen next? A very unpopular decision.
Come then, warrior. Have your resolution.
He's got the Force.
So misguided. Humanity's imprisonment is a kindness.
Here they come. This would be a very surreal thing to witness.
In that case, you won't mind if we return the favor.
Your compassion for mankind is misplaced.
I'm not doing this for mankind.
Look at them go. They can leap. Stop composing the American Southwest. Use WASD to climb. Yeah, see? He is a cutscene QuickTime event boss. The Didact is a cutscene QuickTime event boss, everybody. Hello, piss era of gaming. Everybody loves the piss era of gaming. Thanks, Xbox 360. I guess he's also composing the Mexican Northwest. I should make that clear. The Yucatan Peninsula does not actually exist in the United States of America. It is a... It is part of Mexico.
Cortana. Cortana, do you read? Cortana, come in. How?
Oh, I'm the strangest thing you've seen all day?
But if we're here...
It worked. You did it. Just like you always do.
He did it. He's the winner. The winner is Chief.
So how do we get out of here?
I'm not coming with you this time.
What?
What?
Most of me is down there. I only held enough back to get you off the ship.
No. That's not... We go together.
It's already done.
I am not leaving you here.
John. I've waited so long to do that.
Oh, I don't like that energy. I think that's a weird energy.
It was my job to take care of you.
We were supposed to take care of each other. And we did.
Cortana, please. Wait.
Welcome home, John.
Bye, Blue Lady. Bye, Cortana. The Blue Lady died, and now the Master Chief, who was once so green, is feeling oh so blue. Boo-hoo-hoo. I'm probably taking all the emotional weight out of this scene, and I apologize for that, but come on. Epilogue. Epilogue. You know, we haven't seen Halsey once since the prologue. Is he in space again? Did she just drop him off in space again? Yeah, he's in space again. Somebody pick up that brick! The nuke continues to be the pinnacle of humanity's engineering.
Infinity Actual. Pelican 9-6er. We found him.
He's just floating there. He's like a toy. Look at him go. He's the chief. He's the master chief. Are you looking at our little blue dot? Do you feel astounded? Do you feel amazed? Do you feel moved? All of human history. Right there.
Mind if I join you?
Yeah, you can look at my little blue dot. I lost my blue lady and I'm sad about it. So I'm looking at something else that's blue.
Feels kind of odd for you to call me sir. Beautiful, isn't she? I don't get to see her often enough.
Not as beautiful as my blue lady.
I grew up in New Harmony. Attended Corbulo Military Academy. Never saw Earth in person until I was an adult, but I still think of her as home.
Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy. The idea of growing up on a completely different planet.
You don't talk much, do you?
Yeah, he's famously pretty silent.
Chief, I won't pretend to know how you feel. I've lost people I care about, but never anything like you're going through.
I never had a lady who lived in my head and called me stud
Is to
muffin.
protect humanity, whatever the cost.
You say that like soldiers and humanity are two different things. I mean, soldiers aren't machines. We're just people.
That's the big sticking point that they wanted for this game, is that the Chief is not a machine, he's a people. And that's why they kept
You had the deck to yourself.
putting more peoples and machines. You know, Cortana's not a machine, she's a people. But the Prometheans are not people, they're machines. You know? That's
You
like...
said that to me once. About being a machine.
Look at that. They stated the themes. Does everybody feel like they understand the themes? Does everybody feel like they... Every great journey begins with a single step. This is our beginning. Thanks for trusting us with the universe you love and joining in on this epic adventure. I'm all set for my book report. Good, good, good. I'm hoping you get a good grade. I'm hoping you get a good grade.
In this hour of victory, we taste only defeat. I ask why. We are forerunners, guardians of all that exists. The roots of the galaxy have grown deep under our careful tending. Where there is life, the wisdom of our countless generations has saturated the soil. Our strength is a luminous sun towards which all intelligence blossoms. And the impervious shelter beneath which...
Yeah, you see, that's crazy.
I stand before you, accused of the sin of ensuring Forerunner ascendancy, of attempting to save us from this fate.
Like,
where we are
potentially
forced
thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people just instantly turn to dust. I don't like that. I understand there's like supposed to be like narrative weight to it and there's supposed to be stakes. I understand that. But like Halo has this tendency to do really horrible things and not really treat it with the weight it deserves. You know what I mean?
The mantle of responsibility for all things belongs to Forerunners alone. Think of my acts as you will. But do not doubt the reality.
Yeah, he's been in that armor. Like, that armor must be rank, guys. He's been in that armor since Halo 2.
And we are hopeless to stop it.
He's been in that armor since Halo 2. You want to talk about musty? Chief is musty. Who knows what is in that suit? God, the smell must be horrible. Could you imagine? Oh, man. That's... Ugh. 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 Alright, friends, my dear friends and allies, my trusted individuals. I hope you had a fun time beating Halo 4 with me. Tomorrow we will play Halo Reach. Everybody's so excited for Halo Reach. Please tune in around 9 p.m. for Halo Reach. Everybody loves Halo Reach. Whose favorite game is Halo Reach? Everybody's, apparently. I think it's fine, but I'm very excited that a lot of people want to come watch it. Reach! Yep. Alright, guys. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope the stream was entertaining. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something new. And if you didn't learn something new, then you can stick it up your butt, because I don't care. I don't care. Alright. Bye-bye. Good night. Thanks for watching.